Since the dawn of civilization, humans have learned to trust and to distrust. Where there is value, there is the possibility of deception. In this video, you will learn about the greatest frauds ever recorded, from the bold lies of the past to modern schemes that defy even the most advanced technologies. Prepare to travel back in time and discover what each scam teaches us about human nature and the dangers of blind trust. Prepare for a journey full of brilliant deceptions and disastrous consequences. Let's begin. Historical frauds that defined eras. The case of Piltdown Man. In 1912, science seemed to have made a breakthrough with the discovery of Piltdown Man. Scientists and the public were ecstatic that the missing link between humans and apes had finally been found. Charles Dawson, the archaeologist who presented the bones, was hailed as a hero. But there was something strange about the discovery. The skull looked human, but the jawbone resembled that of an ape. Yet for decades, no one questioned its authenticity. That's because the hoax was so precisely executed that it fooled even the greatest experts of the day. When modern dating tests revealed that the skull was a hoax, the impact was devastating. Not only was science discredited, but public confidence in archaeology suffered a significant blow. The Piltdown Man case teaches us the importance of questioning even that which seems indisputable. The Eiffel Tower scam. Victor Lustig was a master of deception, known for his ability to manipulate any situation. In 1925, he came up with the perfect scam, selling the Eiffel Tower for scrap. To do this, Lustig observed the economic situation in France and took advantage of the dissatisfaction with the high maintenance costs of the tower. He produced false documents and arranged meetings with businessmen, where he presented his official plan. The buyers, fooled by his eloquence and convincing paperwork, paid a small fortune. Lustig fled before the scam was discovered. What is most remarkable is that he tried to repeat the scam, which reveals his boundless audacity. The Eiffel Tower hoax is not only a story of deception, but also a reminder of how context and narrative can be used to manipulate even the most skeptical minds. Large-scale financial fraud. The Ponzi scheme. Charles Ponzi is a name that has become synonymous with financial fraud. He promised astronomical profits based on the purchase and sale of postal coupons, a scheme that seemed infallible. People, attracted by quick and high returns, began to invest their savings. But what was behind this success? Nothing less than a monumental fraud. Ponzi used the money of new investors to pay off old ones, creating the illusion of a profitable business. The scheme began to collapse when investors in droves asked for their profits back. Ponzi's legacy is a warning for all time. Where there are promises of easy wealth, there is almost always a scam. Bernie Madoff. Decades after Ponzi, Bernie Madoff created an even more devastating financial scheme. Madoff used his impeccable reputation and connections with the financial elite to attract billions of dollars in investment. His scheme worked in a similar way to Ponzi's. New deposits were used to pay out false returns. Madoff was so trusted that no one suspected the scam. It was only during the 2008 crisis, when investors began to withdraw their money, that the scheme came to light. Madoff's case exposed regulatory failures and served as a wake-up call for the entire financial market. His story is a lesson in how even the most experienced can be fooled when greed overcomes prudence. Fraud in the world of entertainment and culture. Forgery of works of art. The art world is a breeding ground for fraud. Valuable works attract forgers who, with extraordinary skills, manage to deceive collectors, museums, and even experts. One of the most famous cases is that of Han van Meegeren, who forged works by Vermeer, one of the most respected painters in history. Van Meegeren produced works so convincing that even the greatest experts believed them to be authentic. For years, he lived a life of luxury thanks to his forgeries, until he was accused of selling art to the Nazis. It was then that he revealed the truth. All the works he had sold were fakes. This case became one of the most fascinating stories in the art world. Fake biographies. In addition to the forgery of objects, there are frauds involving the identity itself. In the literary world, fictitious authors such as J.T. Leroy have deceived readers and critics. For years, Leroy was celebrated as a brilliant young writer. But the truth was different. He never existed. The identity was created by Laura Albert, who used another person to play the author at public events. This type of fraud shows how the construction of a convincing narrative can fool even the most attentive circles of the cultural world. How fraud evolves with technology. Virtual scams and deepfakes. In the digital age, fraud has taken on new forms. Phishing emails, identity thefts, and deepfakes are some of the modern tools used to deceive people on a global scale. A recent example is the use of deepfakes to create fake videos of celebrities and politicians, manipulating speeches and influencing public opinion. These technological advances make it increasingly difficult to distinguish between real and fake. The evolution of virtual fraud is a reminder that in a digital world, vigilance is essential. The Twitter hack case. On July 15, 2020, Twitter fell victim to a major cyber scam, where hackers used social engineering to exploit human trust and gain access to internal credentials. This allowed them to hijack verified accounts, including those of Elon Musk, Bill Gates, and Barack Obama, posting fraudulent Bitcoin schemes that raised over $120,000 in hours. The incident exposed the vulnerabilities of even the largest platforms, emphasizing the need for robust cybersecurity measures, better training, and vigilance in our digital age. Lessons from history and how to avoid scams. Fraud has always been a part of human society, and probably always will be. But by understanding how it works, we can better protect ourselves. This video has shown that trust is a valuable but also dangerous resource. In a world where technology advances rapidly, education and skepticism are our greatest weapons against deception. And in the end, the question remains, how can we protect the truth in a world where lies are so skillfully told? Thank you for joining us today on this fascinating journey through the art of deception and the greatest frauds in history. Remember, these stories aren't just lessons from the past. They're reminders of how human nature, creativity, and trust shape our world. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with others. Until next time, stay curious and vigilant.